What's the most fucked up thing you done watched in the past couple days? Or better yet, let me ask you, what do you think of when you think of a cult? Is it a dirty hippie?
Somebody, I'd take this book and beat you to death with it.
An armored compound?
Coming up, more on today's deadly shootout near Waco.
Or a religious organization? All of those would be correct. But let me give you this hypothetical. You a cult leader. How would you create and manage your cult? Like, in terms of like growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do about recruitment? You gonna pass out flyers and shit? You think you're too small? What would be a good way to get your message out there? A TikTok? No! Fucking music and TV. What it do, YouTube? It's Theo Ross, back with another motherfucking video.
Hey, Theo!
Cults everywhere since all the time have used all different types of media for various reasons. Today we're gonna review each cult's attempt at music. What was that? The fucking audio is peaking! TV. Does it have titties? What the fuck is going on? That's mainly it. And then we gonna rank it. Here, I got my tier list right here. We got drinking the Kool-Aid all the way at the top. And then it goes down to decent. Like, oh shit, these motherfuckers, what is this? And then, you know, it goes down to mid, which is mid. And then we got the discount bin. You know what I'm saying? It's not just all the way bad, but it's still pretty rough. And then at the bottom, we got straight garbage, straight trash. I'm just gonna lay it out there. We're gonna be talking about some dark shit, so if that's not your thing, fucking you was warned. But if that is your thing, be sure to let me know down below which ones you fuck with and which ones is just straight dog water. Also, some of these cults is like still active, like still got websites and shit. So everything I'm saying is alleged. Alright, fuck that. I don't need none of that shit in my life. Without further ado, James Edward Baker, aka Father Yod. Yeah, these cult leaders, they got some crazy ass names. And then they government name be like the most simple shit. It be like them street gangsters.
That's like Pump. Ain't this you, Pump? What's the government name? Gadsy Garcia. Gadsy Garcia.
But anyways, Father Yod, born July 4th, 1922, also known as the founder of one of the nation's earliest health-conscious restaurants, located on Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. He was also a fucking cult leader. He later established a spiritual commune in the Hollywood Hills. Yo, I'm sorry if you hear like fucking sirens and shit outside. I guess like World War III going on, but I mean, I guess it's fitting. I feel like I'm about to get swatted or some shit. He took inspiration from this dude named Yogi Bhajan and his ideals associated with astrological age of Aquarius, which I'm not even gonna attempt to fucking break down. So the cult just like wasn't like a dangerous ass cult, like there were no like mass casualties, but it was characterized for its psychological manipulation and Father Yod's shit ton of wives. On December 26, 1974, the Source family sold their restaurant and relocated to Hawaii. Less than a year later, on August 25th, 1975, Father Yod just woke up one day and with no prior experience or training, he was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go hang gliding today. That's the thing with like these cult leaders. I feel like some of them be sniffing their own glue. You know what I mean? Like they actually be thinking they like invincible, like can like master everything. And they're like these fucking, I don't know. He launched from a 1,300-foot cliff on the eastern shore of Oahu, but crash landed on a beach. Though he sustained no visible external injuries, he was left paralyzed and passed away 9 hours later at the age of 53. Within the Source family, this date came to be remembered as Black Monday, and they do 3 days of vigil. Father Yod was cremated and his ashes were laid to rest at Lanikai Beach in Hawaii. Lanikai? They spread his shit on a beach in Hawaii. So that's kind of like the overall summarized story of Father Yod. But that's not all. In addition to preying on young, desperate women, Father Yod also fronted its psychedelic rock ensemble. The name of the band was Yahweh 13. They recorded several albums, but their most popular was this one called Penetration and Aquarian Symphony.
What the hell?
It was a triple LP experimental jam session recorded live in the Source family's garage studio. The album blends Eastern percussion chant, electric guitar, and was intended to carry Father Yod's teachings through the music. And it says they used to sell the shit at bookstores and cafes. Alright, they got the full fucking album on YouTube. I've heard like bits and pieces of some of these, like putting this research together and shit, but this is gonna be like my first like raw, real reaction to these motherfuckers. I should turn my light on. There we go. Hey, look at me, professional. There is no sound. I have my volume down. Dude, I'm fucking... Alright, let's get in this bitch. Jesus Christ, that scared the fuck out of me, bro. What the fuck? Dude. Can I just get the shit to play in my fucking headphones? Maybe. This shit might be loud as fuck in my headphones. How much you want to bet this whole song is just like this riff? Is that Papa Yod? Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable. I feel like this be like the chance you hear like the crackheads fucking... Okay, we got a whammy? It's not that bad when they don't sing. Was that a cymbal? Oh my god, that shit sounded like a rusty ass spring. That's gotta be all of the first song, right? That was 5 fucking minutes. How about we skip to like 15 minutes in, and then see where we're at. What the fuck? Why the fuck is it so loud? God bless, bro. Yo, it wouldn't be that fucking bad if homie on the electric guitar wasn't having a fucking stroke. Let's go another 10 minutes. Let's go to 25 minutes. This is a 39-minute album. My God! Sounds like a fucking train wreck. What was that? The fucking audio is peaking. Alright, that's enough of that. Yo, y'all was going in fucking discount bin, but Jesus Christ, I felt like my ass was tripping, bro. Bro, you going in fucking garbo. That shit sucked. It must have been the fucking drugs, cause it sure the fuck wasn't the music. Next up, we got everybody's favorite cult. Not really everybody's favorite, but like everybody knows this cult. The People's Temple, founded by Jim Jones in Indianapolis, Indiana. The group promoted a message that blended elements of Christianity, and they also stood up for racial equality. It's like a rare cult W, which I don't really think was like more like a moral thing for him. I just think he was just trying to influence whoever he could influence, like desperate people who want rights. So I don't really think it was more like a moral thing, like, hey, he actually has some good in him. I think it was more or less like, I want everybody to follow me. In the 1960s, Jones relocated the movement to California, where it expanded to multiple locations and established its headquarters in San Francisco. During this period, the temple cultivated connections with prominent political figures, and they publicly claimed that they had members into the 20,000s. But later on, people have come back and like like reviewed that shit and said it was closer to like 5 to 10,000 people. But still, that's a lot of fucking people for like a time before TikTok and shit. You know what I'm saying? In 1974, the People's Temple secured a lease for land in Guyana, where they established a settlement officially known as the People's Temple Agricultural Project, though it became more commonly referred to as Jonestown. And you know, like same shit, same communal living. There was estimated to only be 50 people there in 1977. This is where shit get fucked up. On November 17th, 1978, U.S. Representative Leo Ryan traveled to Jonestown to investigate allegations of abuse within the temple. During his visit, several members expressed their wish to leave with him. The next day, Ryan and a small group of defectors left Jonestown and traveled back to the local airstrip. As they were loading the planes, temple security guards ambushed the party, opening fire and killing Ryan, 3 journalists, and 1 defector. They also wounded 9 other people. So you remember before when I was like, okay, this is when it gets fucked up? This is when it really gets fucked up. I think most of y'all have heard the stories and shit. So basically later that same night, Jim Jones directed his followers to ingest a mixture of cyanide and grape-flavored Flavor Aid. The camp only had 50 residents the year before. They found 918 bodies, and 276 of them were kids. So yeah, pretty sick shit. But let's back up a little bit. So People's Temple was kind of known like a church. Like they didn't just outright call themselves a cult. You know, I don't think any of them does that shit. They use dumbass words like new religious movement or some dumb shit. But the People's Temple, who was known as a church, had a choir in that bitch. And in 1973, 5 years before the mass poisoning, they released a 12-track gospel and soul LP whenever they lived in San Francisco. It was called He's Able. According to temple sources, it was explicitly produced by temple members, which were led by Reverend Jim Jones, for use in church services and temple homes. Alright, this first one, Walk a Mile in My Shoes. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is crazy. Hey, what? Getting each other's minds. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I grew up in a white fucking church. I remember the day my church got a drum set. I ain't gonna lie. If they was playing shit like this, I might have fucking followed the motherfucker to Guyana. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, People's Temple. I get it now. Yeah, that was definitely a bop. Synanon was first established under the name Tender Loving Care. It was founded in 1958 by this dude named Charles E. Dedrick, otherwise known as Chuck. I guess not all these motherfuckers were creative. It was based out of Santa Monica, California, and initially was created as a drug rehabilitation program. It eventually devolved down into another fucking commune type society, and they would do like some fucked up forms of therapy. It was called the Synanon game, and basically everybody would get in a circle, you'd say some bad shit that you did, and then everybody would just talk shit on you and belittle you, and making you more psychologically dependent on the cult that you're in. But anyways, while they initially rejected the use of violence, old Chucky was not afraid to get his hands dirty. Much of this aggression was carried out by the Internal Enforcement Unit, known as the Imperial Marines, which over time was linked with more than 80 violent crimes, which included mass beatings that left teenagers hospitalized and attacks on ranchers that were carried out in front of their families. Those who attempted to leave Synanon were labeled as splitties, and they faced the most danger. This former member, Phil Ritter, said he was beaten so severely that his skull was fractured, leaving him in a coma. On October 10th, 1978, 2 Synanon members escalated matters further when they placed a de-rattled rattlesnake inside the mailbox of an attorney named Paul Morantz. How the fuck do you de-rattle a rattlesnake? What?
Must have beat that freaking van.
But basically, the only reason that they did it was because he had successfully sued the organization on behalf of former members. When he was bitten, it required him to be in the hospital for 6 days. The attack and the press coverage it generated triggered a major law enforcement investigation. And as a result of that investigation, Chuck and 2 associates, Joe Musico and Lance Keaton, who was son of the musician Stan Keaton, were all arrested and charged with assault and conspiracy to commit murder. Keaton was sentenced to 1 year in prison, while Musico also served time. Keaton and Musico were both locked up, but the fucking Godfather himself, Chuck, got off.
What?
He was given probation on account of his poor health, and he had doctors asserting that he was unlikely to survive imprisonment. But the good news was, a result of his probation was he wasn't allowed to be in any manager type position involved in Synanon. The reputation was basically fucked after this. The IRS revoked their tax exempt status, and they imposed $17 million in back taxes, which bankrupted Synanon, and they formally dissolved in 1991. And old Chuck didn't survive too much longer after that. He had a couple strokes and a heart attack, and yeah, he was dead in 1997. But let's go back to the rehab center. Sounds of Synanon, a jazz LP recorded at the Synanon Drug Center by jazz guitarist Joe Pass. He also had help from like the other residents there, but it was literally recorded at the facility. All right, it's experimental jazz, so let's just hop right in this bitch. Kind of sound like they playing like different songs. I mean, homie hitting the fucking electric. Hey. There we go. Finally fucking united the whole band. Homie, calm down. Isn't jazz supposed to be like relaxing? I don't know. I feel like that's like decent commercial music. The beginning of the song was pretty bad though. I ain't gonna lie. Like none of the fucking band. It sounded like they didn't even know what they wanted to play at first. For that, they going in discount bin. Alright, fucking, I'm gonna butcher these fucking names, so please give me some credit, bro. I can barely speak English. Shinriko was a Japanese cult founded by Shoko Asahara. It began as a yoga and meditation group known as the Omu Shinsen no Kai, which means the Immortal Mountain Wizard Association. What the fuck? They gradually expanded over the following years, and in 1989, it was officially recognized as a religious organization, drawing a significant following that included graduates from Japan's most prestigious universities, earning it the reputation of being like an elite religious group in Japan type shit. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, escalated from intimidation to widespread violence. In 1989, cult members murdered lawyer Tatsumi Sakamoto, his wife Satoko, and their infant son in retaliation for legal actions against the group. Okay, this is fucked up now. We talking about fucking dead babies now? Jesus. Fuck. To hide evidence, they dismembered the bodies and like hid them across multiple cities in Japan. The cult also targeted other critics, including cartoonist Yoshinori Kobayashi, and engaged in systemic surveillance and wiretapping. By the early 1990s, shifted to chemical and biological weapons. They unsuccessfully attempted an anthrax attack in Tokyo in 1993 and began producing the nerve agents Sarin and VX.
Nova 6! Hazmat suits now!
Which they would test on animals and later use in targeted assassinations. They stole military documents in 1994 to advance capabilities. These motherfuckers stole military documents so they could make the fucking gas better. Some of the most notable killings included Hiroyuki Nagioka and Kiyoshi Karaya, who they fucking incinerated and dumped in a lake. I feel like this shit's almost escalating to like secret society level. Like you got a cult, but if you got a bunch of like rich members and y'all like fucking got military shit, bro, like fuck. So after like years of like targeting people, poisoning people, assassinating people, the authorities were like investigating them the whole time. And in March 1995, they were getting ready to raid some of their compounds. This decision would ultimately push Asahara to order the Tokyo subway gas attacks. On the morning of March 20th, 1995, members of ARM carried out a coordinated chemical attack on 5 trains in Tokyo. The assault killed 13 commuters, seriously injured 54, and affected anywhere from 1 to 6,000 people. It's some real fucked up shit. Prosecutors later alleged that Asahara had been warned of impending police raids and ordered the attack in central Tokyo to divert law enforcement attention. What's crazy is they were like, yeah, they had like the raids and shit, but this completely backfired. Like they instantly ramped up their investigation when this shit happened. They launched large-scale simultaneous raids nationwide. Asahara faced 27 counts of murder across 13 separate indictments. People were also saying that he ordered the attack to overthrow the government and install himself as the Emperor of Japan. During the trials, several disciples testified against him, and he was convicted of 13 of 17 charges, including the murder of the Sakamoto family. Fuck yeah! On February 27, 2004, he was sentenced to death. Hey, we got a happy ending. Holy shit. I mean, there's still a terrorist attack, but you know. So this whole time we've been listening to music, we've been listening to albums, except for Father Yard. I don't know what the fuck that was. But these motherfuckers at Shinriko, they budget was so big, they pockets was so deep, they made a whole ass anime, Shotsu Sakai. It was a 10-episode anime that ran for 5 years and was produced in-house. Jesus Christ, they got the whole fucking anime on YouTube. I'm not really an anime person, but you know, I can respect this shit. I'm just glad I ain't gotta listen to no psychedelic experimental fucking album. This is the entire series, but it's only an hour and 6 minutes long. Does that mean one episode is 6 minutes long? Oh shit, bro, I just realized this bitch is in Japanese too. And your boy is not a fast reader. Alright, no more stalling. Let's get in this shit. The intro low-key. The intro low-key. I forgot, that was a thing that Asahara, like earlier on in the cult's like lifespan, he would say like he could fucking levitate and shit. And if you think he's full of shit, he's actually got a picture of it. So how dumb do you feel right now? Yo, we gotta, I was gonna say, bro, they gotta play the fucking title card or something, bro. If an episode's fucking 6 minutes long, bro, we've already spent 2 minutes in the intro. The Holy One's divine spirit force. Levitation. Except for the fucking people that he gasses. What the fuck? He ain't trying to bring happiness to their ass. Is this like a step-by-step on how to levitate? Fucking hey, let's get in this bitch, finally. There go the man. Oh shit, we right in it. Yeah, I was just chilling in a field one day, you know what I'm saying? Started floating, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't shit.
So, 私の体がなんと宙に浮いたのである。
Wait, no, he literally said I just woke up like this. What the fuck? Yo, I'd be terrified if I just woke up fucking levitating. What?
I woke up like this.
頭頂部が熱くなった。
What? What?
なんて暑さだ。耐えられない。しかしここでやめるわけにはいかない。あの時に尾てい骨から頭頂に向かって神秘のエネルギーが吹き上がったかと思うやいなや、ゴムまりのように体が跳ね出した。
What the fuck? I think that's what he was doing in the picture, bro. He was just, you can't give out your secrets in the fucking anime. What? So what? You just get to fly now? You get to float and shit?
これこそ私の経験した
You can't jump scare me like that with real footage. Shit feel like a snuff film, bro. But we just gave up on the anime halfway through the episode? Okay, this is just a little bit of episode 2. I just want to see, is there like actually a plot? Or is this like all like one fucking... One day I woke up and I floated. So now help me gas these thousands of people. What the fuck? Oh shit. What an entrance. Are you like... I think he's supposed to be like out of body. That's fucking cheap, bro. No, if you're gonna teach me how to fly, no, it can't be. I imagine I'm flying. No, fuck that, bro. I want to actually fucking fly, bro. You got the fucking picture, bro. Teach me.
ねえねえ、知ってる？みちこさんは吉尾くんと不条理の会を破ったのよ。
Oh shit. Oh shit. A love affair.
みちこです。
君は吉尾と会を破っただろう。
Called her ass out.
え？どうして秘密がバレたかって？
I know everything.
実は形状界で二人の破壊が噂になっていたんだよ。
Oh my god, bro. Fucking Christ. Homie said, yeah, I heard about your shit in the other world.
ノリカのアストラルのボディの
What? Astral surgery? You should have fucking led with this. Homie said, bro, I can float while crisscross applesauce and I can eavesdrop better. And then he left that at the end. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, I can just fucking do astral surgery. Good lord. We did
はい
it.
ノリカちゃん、アストラでの手術
Oh my god, on a fucking plane ride? Or a train, whatever that shit is. What a dog shit anime, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think what sucked the most about it is it was boring. Like, fuck, dude. But I mean, like, the animations, I guess, was decent. The fucking audio, I don't know what the hell was going on with that shit.
全勝のグルがいらっしゃるんだ。
I'll give y'all mid just because of the fucking intro. The intro was, I ain't gonna lie, it was mid. Founded in 1968 by David Brantberg, who was a former pastor with the Christian and Missionary Alliance, and he used that to attract his followers, which society at the time considered these people born-again hippies. In 1969, after experiencing a revelation that California would be struck with a major earthquake, he departed Huntington Beach and led his followers on a nomadic journey. So we got another church. This is great. Former members of the group have publicly reported experiences of abuse and mistreatment. In 1971, concerned parents and others, including deprogrammer Ted Patrick, established an organization called FreeCog. Before they were called the Family International, they were called Children of God or some shit like that. It's like a theme with these cult members. They go through like fucking 16 name iterations. This one person named Verity Carter recounted being sexually abused from the age of 4 by members of the organization, which also included her own father. She attributed this abuse to the teachings of David Berg, and his whole belief system is God is love and love is sex. So we could just fuck anybody, you know, just disregarding age or relationship. What the fuck? Carter also described frequent physical punishment for minor infractions. She wasn't allowed to listen to music, TV, or have any cultural exposure. When she got out of the group, she really didn't even know how society functioned. That's how much they fucked her up. That's honestly like some of the worst shit I've ever heard. I'm so glad that she got out of that shit. But what happened to David? Oh, creepy ass. Well, apparently he was in hiding from 1971 until his death in 1994. After that, his wife assumed leadership of the family, which at the time included an estimated 6,000 adults and 3,000 children across 50 countries. Why does it gotta be the worst one? How does this shit spread, bruh? Well, you can fuck anything, huh? It's now time for the darkest shit about this fucking cult, and that's actually the media that they made. Life with Grandpa, a Christian-themed children's TV show produced by Children of God Media. It featured costume characters based on Berg's family and included educational segments. But we're like, Sesame Street is like teaching you like how to tie your shoes and like count to 10. It's teaching you fucking cult ideology.
It's time for the Sesame Street alphabet.
First off, fuck your bitch in the click you claim.
Thankfully, this shit was never commercial. It was just distributed internally. But without further ado, yo, I hate puppets. This shit is fucking creepy. What the fuck? Oh my, his eyes are red. Oh, this is horrifying, bro. They have like the soft, like flexible silicone skin. Just start the show! Fucking Christ!
Hello, children. There's the audience.
Nope.
Let's wave hello.
Nope. 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 I actually don't want fucking nightmares tonight.
It seems he always knew the way that I was feeling. His love was always true.
This is cursed. This is cursed, bro. This is like some Ring shit. Does it have titties? What the fuck is going on? Especially, are they talking about, yo, they talking about sex dolls, bro. What the fuck? This is a kid show. David Berg, not only was that shit garbage, bro, but that shit was fucking cursed. Straight to fucking Garbo.
He's one of the best scientific minds we have today.
In 1950, L. Ron Hubbard founded organizations to oversee activities surrounding his development of Dianetics. After these entities went bankrupt, he relocated to Arizona and began laying the foundations for Scientology. In 1952, he established the Hubbard Association of Scientologists, and what followed in 1953 was the incorporation of the first Church of Scientology in Camden, New Jersey. Look, I ain't gotta tell you what the shit is. Everybody know what fucking Scientology is. You know, everybody knows about fucking John Travolta and Tom Cruise and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got fraud, manslaughter, witness tampering. They've even been involved with espionage. Allegedly. Gotta make sure I throw that in there. So like I was saying, like, you know, they're involved. They've been involved with a bunch of celebrities. You know, actors, musicians. There's a whole fucking list of people. But I'm not gonna consider like Mission Impossible 7, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna consider that propaganda by them. But in 1989, this dude named Edgar Winter, who was a Scientologist, wrote an album that was based on the teachings of L. Ron Hubbard. This bitch was circulated commercially on a label. These motherfuckers had connections back in the 80s. And basically, the whole album is just his teaching, apparently. I don't fucking know. I saw the South Park episode where they explain the shit.
Xenu thought his galaxy was overpopulated, and so he rounded up countless aliens from all different planets, and then had those aliens frozen.
So I really don't have high hopes for this one, but hey, who knows? Alright, Mission Earth. Got a crazy ass fucking cover. It's not bad, bro. I mean, like, the intro ain't bad. Oh, it's actually a banger. Yo, am I a Scientologist? This sound like a fucking movie soundtrack. Ooh, that saxophone. this bitch. What's this one called? Bang Bang. Ooh. This bitch raw, bro. That bitch. Yo. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is probably the best shit I've heard all day. I don't know if I've just got like Father Yod residual shit in my fucking background. And so just anything that's like a song is just instantly fucking good to me now. But I actually fuck with that, bro. Holy shit. I hate to say it, Scientology, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, fuck Scientology. Fuck, you know, all they morals and shit. It's easier with these old cults because, you know, fucking most of them don't exist no more. But these motherfuckers still around, okay? I don't agree with y'all, but I like y'all's album. That y'all also known by its members simply as the Family. It was another commune-style living cult. It was led by Charles Manson and operated in California during the late 1960s and early 1970s. At its peak, they had over 100 members, and it's been said that they would frequently use psychoactive substances like amphetamines and LSD. Most were young women from middle-class backgrounds that were drawn to like the hippie counterculture, and then later Manson fucking radicalized them. The Family is said to have been responsible for 9 murders, with some estimates as high as 24. In the late 1960s, they relocated to the dilapidated Spahn Ranch in Los Angeles County. According to member Susan Atkins, the group came to believe that Manson was a manifestation of Jesus Christ and embraced his predictions of an impending apocalyptic race war. In 1969, a few family members broke into the home of actress Sharon Tate, murdering her and 4 other people that night. She was also pregnant, by the way. What is up with cults and fucking dead babies? My light been off the whole time, yo. Anyways, that's not even the craziest shit, though. The next night, they went and murdered some more people. Supermarket executive Leno LaBianca and his wife Rosemary in their Los Angeles home. The murders quickly drew national attention. Early investigations initially focused on possible drug-related motives. The police walk in and see a literal fucking sacrificial fucking demonic-ass scene, bruh. And their first thing is like, yeah, it gotta be drug dealers. So therefore, you know, like, the shit just didn't get connected. In mid-August, authorities raided Spahn Ranch and other desert properties for unrelated vehicle thefts. They inadvertently arrested Manson and several followers. The cops didn't even know that they were involved with the shit. And his key breakthrough came through whenever one of the family members, Susan Atkins, was yapping her jaw too much to her fucking celly. And her celly, to get less time and shit, she went and snitched her out. I know I keep saying this, but I feel like everybody's heard of like the Manson family. You know, it's like baby's first cult. But a lot of times, you know, we like mytholicize, is that a word? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And we kind of forget like how fucked up these motherfuckers was. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't like Jason, he wasn't like Freddy Krueger. Like this was a real crazy dumbass person. And the same thing with all these fucking cult leaders, you know what I'm saying? They all led by these crazy, psychotic ass, they fucked up in the head. Charles Manson didn't always want to be a cult leader. There's like interviews of him where he says like early on in his life, like, you know, he wanted to be a musician. And even as he was being shut out of Hollywood and like losing like his actual like important connections, old Charlie was still making fucking music with the cult. Lie, the Love and Terror Cult. This was a folk rock album of songs written and performed by Charles Manson and family members. The 1970 LP was compiled by associate Phil Kaufman while Manson was in prison. The cover famously parodied a Life magazine cult photo. I think this is like the only one that's like still on Spotify. And if I get fucking copyrighted by Charles fucking Manson, alright, this is the first song. It's called Look at Your Game Girl. Apparently this was said to be the best track. So this is the one we listening to.
Look at your game, girl. Look at your game, girl. What a mad delusion. a sad, sad game. Mad game.
I mean, I don't hate it. This feels like one of those like ambient, chill fucking YouTube music, you know what I'm saying? For a demonic mass murdering motherfucker. Let's listen to one more. Let's listen to like middle of the fucking... Oh shit, this one's called Arkansas. I know this one gotta be dog shit.
There lived a squatter with a stubborn jaw.
What the fuck?
Can I find an end? Come on, can I find an end?
Fuck, man, I'll give it. It was decent. Fuck it. Like I said, as long as it's not just like ear screeching and fucking. So yeah, these are my rankings. You know what I'm saying? Like People's Temple, Scientology, like yo, them bitches actually sounded like they had some production behind that shit. Father Yod and the Family International, Children of God, bro, them shits felt cursed. I don't know how the fuck anybody, how they get influenced by like shit like that, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, and really any of the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Like I like Metallica, but if these motherfuckers told me to like sell all my earthly possessions, you know what I'm saying? Like no. But I mean that just goes to speak for like how media is used as like a vehicle for like ideas and ideology. You know, not only can it inspire and captivate, it can also manipulate. And these cults knew this shit long before the rest of the world did. But that being said, I think we can agree most of this shit was ass. Like, yeah, I had 2 in the top, but I'm not gonna fucking get in the car and be like, hey bro, play some of that People's Temple choir music. But then again, not everybody is like me. You know, I got a fucking mind like Magneto's. Fucking... What I'm trying to say is, like, even though the shit was ass, like, there's still gonna be people that are inspired by the shit. There's still gonna be people that agree with everything that's being fucking yelled into the microphone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that shit with influencers today. Like, a motherfucker will make a video or release an album, and people treat it like it's gospel. People base their whole lifestyle around a celebrity. And if we're being real, most of them ass too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if these motherfuckers was doing this shit with vinyl and VHS, I can't imagine the shit that, like, social media and streaming is doing nowadays. And again, you know, I'm talking shit, but I'm talking shit to the cult leaders, and I mean like the shitty people in the cults, like the fucking the Imperial Marines, they were pretty ass too. But it's like, you know, the regular desperate people who were like sucked into the shit, and then some of them couldn't even escape the shit even if they wanted to. You know, I'm not putting all the blame on them. All I'm saying is cults can make their own worlds through music, film, and videos. Maybe the question isn't like, you know, what influenced their followers, but maybe the new question is, what do we allow ourselves to be influenced by today? Anyways, man, if you liked the video, let me know down below which one was your favorite. I don't mean like favorite cult, but like I said, you know, like your favorite fucking song or whatever shit. And if you like this shit, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's been Theo.